Hey, what's up guys? Nick here, host of the Informative Fisherman Show, and today I'm introducing the Biwaa Fishing Performance, like my shirt says, the S-Trout, the multi-segmented trout style bait. I mean, it could look like many things, a squawfish, a rainbow trout, whatever looks in the shape of this profile here. The cool part is, Biwaa makes them in a ton of really lifelike patterns. Perfect little rainbow trout, high visibility, small, medium, large, you name it. Now, they have them all in sinking, but even the big one right here comes in floating. Now, these are baits you're gonna cast out. You're gonna watch it sink, count it down, get used to it. If you cast it out there, you know, I cast it out there and it sinks about a couple feet per second. They're pretty heavy, but the nice part about it, the heaviness allows me to drop it down to where those deeper fish live. And these are swim baits that I tend to use in warmer water, where most people think swim baits don't work. You know why? Hear it. Multi-segments. This bait puts off a ton of noise, which is great, which is not common for swim baits. Everybody's throwing glide baits or boot tail swim baits. And yes, those work in those colder, calmer, cleaner conditions. And guess what? So do these, but they also work in the summertime. You can count them down, reel them fast. They hear it coming, they know it's coming, and they're gonna eat it even in that lower visibility, because guess what? Trout don't disappear out of the lake when later spring and summertime and fall rolls around. No, they're still there and bass are still eating them. So the nice part is they're an S-action bait, so you get a lot of great action out of these baits. You cast it out, simple as this, cast it out and you slow roll it in, all right? And just like that, you're gonna get the fish to load up on it. Now, what's imperative is that you use fluorocarbon. You always need to use fluorocarbon with swim baits. That way, if you feel a boom, you know he hit it, and you could speed up a little bit to make it look like he wounded it and the fish got scared. A lot of the time, if you reel a little bit faster when they hit it, that fish is gonna grab it and load up on it. Now, you don't want your drag super tight on the smaller ones. You see here, the trebles hooks are a little bit bigger. You can sit your drag down pretty tight there, but as you get smaller, you wanna be more careful with your drag and back off your drag, especially if you're using lighter line. But once you start getting into these, 7.5 inch bigger ash trouts, they have monster treble hooks on there, and you can lock down on your drag if you're fishing for bass or even for muskie and pike. Bait casting reels normally are 13 to 15 pound drag. They're gonna rip it off anyways, and these hooks are more than strong enough. Biwaa makes these baits out of dang near bulletproof fiber that's inside here. They're designed for the bigger, badder beast. You cannot hurt these things. I guarantee, dude, go in your garage, hang a 20-pound bucket from this sucker and bounce it up and down. You're not breaking this bait. That's how strong it is. Biwaa presents you with quality. Now, like I said, with that 7.5 inch, they also have the floating version, which is really, really cool. And I'm gonna show you how to cast that here. Since this is a wake bait slash swim bait, it's a bigger bait. Just a cast out and slow roll is gonna make that back tail make a perfect V-line in the water. This is gonna get you a lot of bites on those calmer, cleaner days. If you got a lot of fish that are following that and you see them follow it and then turn off, one of the retrieves I like to do is cast it out there, do that same thing, but I'll pause. Sometimes just before the pause, I'll speed it up a little bit and pause, and it'll force that big S-Trout to turn around on itself and hang in the strike zone longer to get those fish to execute it. If the water's a little bit more stained and I'm not physically seeing fish or getting bit on the slow roll, one thing I'll do is I'll retrieve it a little bit faster. Those multi-segments click together and they make a little bit more noise, and I'll stop it and I'll pop it, reel it, and then I'll pop it again. Those pops are gonna cause a bloop, big splash. It's gonna draw attention for those bass. They're gonna hear it, they're gonna see the splash, they're gonna feel it, and they're gonna come up and see it's a bigger bait. That bigger risk is a bigger reward, and you're gonna catch those bigger bass. I'm Nick, the Informative Fisherman, guys. If you wanna find out more about the Biwaa S-Trout, visit biwaa.com. Thanks for watching.